Good morning. My name is Talia, and today I'll be discussing two strategic marketing concepts that can be used to create a competitive advantage in your business. So I'll just go through the agenda of this presentation. Firstly, I'll explain the marketing concept and also the definition of the term strategy, and then I'll go into depth about the circle of satisfaction and the 5-gap theory model to help you understand more about how to create a competitive advantage in your business. So firstly, the marketing concept is a business philosophy that is constructed on the belief that an organization needs to focus on satisfying their own needs in order to best satisfy their customers' needs. So unlike the selling and production concept, which has a focus on the organization's competitors, the marketing concept focuses on the consumer's needs, wants, and satisfaction towards the total product. So with the marketing concept, there are 3 overarching goals and objectives that can be achieved. Firstly, financial objectives involve increasing sales revenue, reducing cost as a percentage of sales, and building the overall value of the business. Strategic objectives consist of becoming a leader in that product category, developing a close relationship between the organization and the consumer, and maintaining operational excellence. Lastly, communication objectives revolve around attracting customers, retaining customers, and making sure that the relationship with customers is the best that it can be. So a strategy in terms of marketing is a well-devised plan that helps the organization to understand how to market to their target audience. A marketing strategy includes factors such as the marketing value proposition, key messages, the demographics and psychographics of the target audience, and the organization's vision and mission. So the circle of satisfaction is the third stage that consumers go through when experiencing a total product. Consumers use the circle of satisfaction to evaluate the product and then form attitudes, opinions, and their overall satisfaction. The circle of satisfaction is the link between the buyer decision process and the total product concept because it shows the result of the consumer interacting with the organization. So on the right is the circle of satisfaction for Pandora. And now we'll go into more depth about the aspects of the circle of satisfaction. So for the quality aspect, total products such as a ring from Pandora have many different qualities such as functional, social, emotional, epistemic, temporal, physical, sensory, and spiritual. Total products also have technical, functional, and relationship qualities. So in the case for Pandora, the technical would be the quality of the ring. The functional quality would refer to the quality of service in which the ring was purchased. And relationship quality is why the consumer chose a ring from Pandora. Competitive advantage, there are a few elements. Competitive advantage refers to how Pandora portrays that they are different to their competitors. So this is done if Pandora has a positive word of mouth from its consumers, repeat consumers, low communication mix costs, consumers have a lower considered set of products, insulated consumers, tolerant consumers, and lower recovery costs. So the trust element here means what level of trust does the consumer have with Pandora? Loyal behavior means will the consumer remain loyal with Pandora and have repeat purchasing? Value means was what the consumer paid for up to the standard of what they received? And increased profitability means will Pandora receive an increased profit? So satisfaction can be separated into 3 sections. Episodic means when one consumer experiences one transaction with Pandora. Cumulative means when one consumer has many different transactions with Pandora. And collective means when multiple consumers have multiple different transactions with Pandora. Measuring satisfaction is extremely important when creating a competitive advantage because it gives marketers and organization owners a system in which they can receive feedback to improve their business and services. So here is where the 5-gap model comes in. So here is a diagram of the model. As you can see, there are various places in which there is a gap between both the consumer's expectation and management's expectations and the actual product that is received. So the next couple of slides will go into more detail. So here is gap 1. Gap 1 is when the customer's expectations versus how management perceives their customer's expectations. So basically this means that marketing managers and business owners need to have a really good understanding about what the customer expects to get when they experience the total product. So in the example of Pandora, Pandora markets themselves as selling hand-finished and contemporary jewelry made from really high-quality materials at affordable pricing. So because of this, Pandora needs to make sure that they understand that the customers expect a piece of jewelry that matches that description. So in terms of gap 2, This is when management's perception of customers' expectations versus the specifications of product delivery. So basically, this means that marketing managers may be able to accurately understand the customer's expectations, but there still might be a gap in the quality of service compared to customers' expectations. So again, in terms of Pandora, marketing managers may have a certain perception of how customers understand the product, but the quality of the product or service does not match up to their expectations. So now we're up to gap 3. Gap 3 refers to the gap between the specification of quality versus the delivery of service. So this refers to how a customer perceives the customer service compared to the service that they actually received. So again, Pandora is known as being a high quality brand due to the products that they sell. So this means that customers expect that the service that they receive is the same and is up to the same high quality standards as their products. So gap 4 is the gap between the delivery of service versus the external communications. So in this case, employees have the extensive skill set to provide excellent customer service, but the customers are still left unsatisfied because of various external factors. So again, Pandora may train their employees to have the best high quality standard of customer service that they can possibly have, but external factors can result in the customer still being unsatisfied. So external factors in this case can mean that the staff are short-staffed or the products are out of stock, and then customers are still left not being satisfied. So the final gap is gap 5, and this is the gap between the perceived service versus the expected service. So this means that what the customer expects from the total product compared to what they receive is two different things. So in terms of Pandora, the customer may expect to receive a high quality, beautiful ring that is affordable because that's how Pandora markets their products. But they might actually go into the store and the prices may be a lot more expensive than what they originally thought. And the ring that they purchased may break easily, which doesn't add up to how Pandora markets themselves as being high quality. So in conclusion, it can be understood that within the marketing concept is a circle of satisfaction and the 5-gap model, and this is illustrated in this diagram up the top here. It is extremely important for marketing practitioners to understand these concepts. Once it is understood that it can be easier to see how to create satisfaction for the consumer and how to close the gaps so that what the consumer expects to receive is what they actually get. If this is achieved, more customers are more likely to be satisfied and become repeat customers, and this creates a competitive advantage among the competitors of your business and can result in your business becoming more successful. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I look forward to hearing from you soon.